temptation.
Yes, so here's more into our temptation, which we're in right now, you know, and read what the brother said. Hello, brother. The book of Daniel, 12, verse 1. At that time shall Michael stand up, the great prince, which standeth for the children of thy people. And there shall be a time of trouble such as never was since there was a nation, even to that same time.
Right, that's talking about now. But the brother mentioned martial law and shit. Race riots, the economy falling. Because everybody in America got, well, a lot of people got guns. Illegal guns, legalized guns. Then you're going to have the martial law trucks. Okay? So it's going to be a town on the planet Earth that was never before. You got freaking 350 million people here. The elites of the society, they plan on solving out the population. They whole plan is to what? To bring down the world's population down to what? 500 million, man. 500 million. And they know the nuclear destruction is coming. That's why they got those what? Those underground bunkers and those space stations out there. But our temptation is going to be a town on the planet Earth that was never before. Okay? And the foundation of it is going to be a microchip. That's the foundation of the hour temptation. Because this devil, this white man, Revelation 12 chapter, he gonna come down on you like he never had before. People gonna wonder if this is really America. Alright? Read on.
It says,
now that's not too far because they already set up Obamacare and they showed you in the movies you couldn't get healed, you couldn't get that health insurance in Elysium from that machine if you didn't have the freaking chip. You know?
And that time that people shall be delivered, every one that should be found written in the book.
Written in the book. What book? Revelation, the 5th chapter. Okay. Is that it? So finish reading that out.
And it says, verse 2, and many of them that sleep in the dust of the earth shall wake, some to everlasting light, and some to shame of everlasting contempt.
Who's that talking about?
That's the brand up, Stevie.
That's really talking about you niggas out there. It's really talking about you niggas out there that came in this troop. What happened? You fell out. You came in this and you fell out, man. So you're gonna be what? To everlasting contempt. You're gonna have your head down in the kingdom. Okay? That's what that's talking about. Us, Lord willing, we're gonna have everlasting life. You read it?
Verse 3, and they that be wise shall shine as the brightness of the firmament, and they that turn many to righteousness as the stars forever and ever.
Right, so now, in Matthew the 24th chapter.
No, but I just, if I can spend time with you and
What was that again? Oh yeah, that's 22. The book of Matthew chapter 24 verse 22. And except those days shall be shortened, there shall no flesh be saved, What will the elect say? Those days shall be shortened. Then if any man shall come say to you, lo, here is...
Matter of fact, read up a little further up.
Let's start at verse 18. Neither let him which is in the field return back to take his clothes. Woe to them that have a child, and to them that get sucked in those days.
When we got on Jews, we had a child. They said, "Oh, you guys going off, you should never let another man do this." What did Yahawashi say? Read that again.
It says, and woe unto them that have a child, and to them that give suck in those days.
Woe unto them that have child and get suckling in those days, man. He warns you to have children in those days. Meaning what? The time of martial law, the time of the chip, the time of the famine. Because if you study history, anytime you had a famine, well, what? People started resorting to cannibalism. What's the first thing they ate? Started eating their own children. Read on.
It says, verse 20. But pray ye that your flight be not in the winter, neither on the Sabbath day, but
right, because if it's in the winter, let's say martial law broke out now, famine broke out, summertime, you can sleep anywhere. Wintertime, like we had this winter, God forbid.
God bless you, brothers.
If the wintertime comes, you stuck out here in the cold, you running from martial law to truth. God forbid, you're going to die before they even reach you, man. You're going to be there. That winter we had, it was bitter. See what I'm saying? So that's what the Lord said, pray your flight is not in the winter on the Sabbath. Read on.
for then shall be great tribulation, such was not since the beginning of the world.
That's the same thing we read in Daniel's 12th chapter. The exact same thing. So the Lord is saying the exact same thing. Alright? There's going to be a time of tribulation on the planet Earth that was never before. People may say, oh, that's talking about only in 70 AD. You was silly as hell, man. What did the Lord say in verse 7?
Yeah.
Let me hear. He said, read verse 3. Somebody may get simple and say that.
Matthew 24:3. As he sat upon the Mount of Olives, the disciples came unto him privately, saying, Tell us, when shall these things be? Or what shall be the sign of thy coming?
When shall be the sign of thy coming? Read.
And the end of the world?
And the end of the world, man. So what is the Lord talking about in verse 22? He's talking about now. So he ain't talking about in 70 AD. He's talking about now. Okay? The Lord is referring to a time on the planet Earth that was never before. That's now. So it's going to be a hectic time. Alright? There's going to be a lot of calamity, a lot of trials, a lot of tribulation. And guess what? He's going to have to be a part of that. But Lord willing, the Lord said what? If you keep the I shall preserve you from the hour of temptation. But we got to do the work. And if there's a lot to get put to death, you're going to get resurrected anyway, man.
Yeah, it is true.
Give me Jeremiah 30.
Nine. Jeremiah 30. The book of Jeremiah, chapter 30, verse 1. And the word that came to Jeremiah from the Lord, saying, Thus speaketh the Lord, power of Israel, saying, Write thee all the words that I have spoken unto thee in a book. For lo, the days come, said the Lord, that I will bring again the captivity of my people Israel and Judah, saith the Lord, and I will cause you to return to the land that I gave to their fathers, and they shall possess it.
Read on. And that's coming now. That's what Yahawashi going to do. That land is talking about Israel and the whole world. Read on.
And these are the words that the Lord spake concerning Israel and concerning Judah. For thus said the Lord, we have heard a voice of trembling, of fear, and not of peace. Ask ye now, and see whether a man do travail with child? Wherefore do I see every man with his hands on his loins, as a woman in travail, and all faces are turned into paleness.
Can you get verse 9?
It says, but they shall serve the Lord with their power, and David the king will rise up to them. Rise up to them. Verse 9, but they shall serve the Lord their power, and David their king, who I will raise up unto them. Therefore fear thou not, O my servant Jacob.
As a matter of fact, yeah, you was on the right path. Read 7.
Okay. Alas, for the great, alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it.
Son is none is like it. Same thing read in Matthew 24 and Daniel 12 chapter. Read on.
It is even the time of Jacob's trouble.
The time of Jacob's trouble, which is the time of what? We're approaching now. Hold that real quick. Read Revelation 12. It says having great wrath. Read that real quick.
The book of Revelation, chapter 12, verse 10. Okay, first. On Revelation 12 and 12. Therefore rejoice ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is to come down unto you having great wrath.
Who's that talking about? Esau, the white man. Read on.
Because he knoweth that he had but a short time.
That's talking about the elite of the society. That's talking about Jacob's trouble. That's talking about the hour of temptation. That's what the scripture says, going to be a time on the planet Earth that was never before. That's why Daniel the 12th chapter said what? Michael himself will have to stand up for the great prince of the children of thy people. That's how bad it's going to be out here, man. And that time is approaching now. So to sum it up, what is the hour of temptation? It's the time of what? It's the key part of America's downfall, man. The time of the microchip, the time of the famine, the time of the economy fall, right? The time of the race riots. And of course, World War III is going to end everything. And the end of that, in the midst of World War III, is going to be Yahawashi second coming. But we're going to have to go through hell, man, in order to get this kingdom. Read verse 17, Revelation 12, 17. Jump back to Jeremiah.
Revelation 12, 17. As the dragon was wroth with the woman.
Who's the dragon? That's talking about NATO today. Back then, the Roman Empire, it's the same Roman Empire, the same system. Okay? Those draconian laws. Trying to chip everybody. It's the same system, man. The beast. Read on.
And the dragon was wroth with the woman and went to make war with the remnant of her seed.
The remnant of her seed. Okay? The remnant of her seed is what? Us right here, man. The elect. Because who's the woman? Israel. That's why America, aka Babylon, gonna be destroyed, man. Because we don't even care about people like that. Because those are not our people anyway. Then the white man can be a faggot. We don't give a fuck. That's in his spirit anyway. Going back to the Greeks and the Romans. That's one of the main reasons alone America's gonna be destroyed. Because of homosexuality. Men men doing other men in the butt, women licking each other's twat, all that's going to stop, man. Yeah, Isaiah 13:19. All this damn wickedness. Yeah. All kind of things out here.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 13, verse 19. And Babylon, the glory of kingdoms, the beauty of the Chaldees.
A female bodybuilder over there.
God bless you, brother.
Clown.
Hallelujah.
Fucking clown. Isaiah 13.
All kind of crazy things out here.
You always see crazy shit come out here, man.
Yeah, she wanted to looking for. That's what she was looking for.
Come on, man. How you gonna find a man that you bigger than him, man? Got more muscles than him, man. fuck out of here.
Isaiah 13:19.
The book Isaiah 13 and 19. And Babylon, the glory of kingdoms, the beauty of the Chaldees, excellency, shall be as when the Most High overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah.
Read that again. Somebody make it simple.
And Babylon, the glory of kingdoms.
See that nigga that just walked past with his madness scoffing? He gonna be a part of that nuclear destruction. He gonna be a part of this scripture here. Read on.
The beauty of the Chaldees, excellency, shall be as when the Most High overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah.
How did the Most High overthrow Sodom and Gomorrah? Fire, man. Did ancient Babylon get destroyed by fire? No, it did not. It was taken down by the Persians. So we understand that this is talking about a new Babylon. Like the scripture says here, Isaiah 47.